Hello and welcome to Urban Teacher TV. I'm Jess and today I'm talking to Julianne Ponan of Creative Nature. So tell us about yourself. Where did you start and where are you now?
So I started straight out of university. I finished at 21 and then I went over to Beijing and worked in investment banking.
Oh wow.
Which was quite the high life. Then once that finished, I came back to the UK and I took over Creative Nature. So Creative Nature is a superfood company. We do so many different whole foods, powders, snack bars. It's a lifestyle product, but it also caters for the consumer's needs. The reason why I'm so passionate about this and why I started it was because I suffer from anaphylaxia. Anaphylaxia is where your windpipe closes, so you stop breathing when you eat certain things. I'm allergic to things like nuts, certain additives, and I found out there was just nothing in the market that catered for this. You'd look on back of pack and there'd be ingredients you just couldn't even read. So it was really unhealthy for you as well. So I created the brand to cater for these needs. At the time, I was only 22. A young woman, which was really sort of daunting. It was quite scary in a way because I was like, can I actually do this? Can I get my product to market? But it wasn't whether can I get my product to market, it was just how could I do it? For every problem there is a solution. I faced a lot of problems during the way. For example, once the company got back into profit, I then had a problem with cash flow that I couldn't grow it anymore. So I went for investment. And I thought, I'd have so many investors wanting to invest in me because I've got a great brand, I've proved traction, and I was from investment banking, so I had lots of contacts. However, they all turned me down and said, no, you're too young, you're a woman, lots of different things. But I still carried on, and that's the whole point. There's always another solution that you can find.
So how did you overcome those barriers that were put in place?
I overcame them by a support network, so I started talking to other entrepreneurs. I also had my colleague Matthew, who literally was my support. He was the person that said, right, there are other ways. We have to find that way to get into a major multiple. We have to make sure our product becomes mass market. People are gluten-free, people are wheat-free, dairy-free, and they need these sort of products. We've got the product, we just have to get it to them. And that's how the business started to thrive.
Amazing. So where are your products stocked now?
They're now stocked in Tesco's, so a major multiple, as well as Ocado, that grew at like over 1,721% year on year, which has been really crazy but amazing.
Yeah, imagine. So what do you feel got you to where you are now?
Well, entrepreneurs always think it happens overnight, and it really doesn't. Like suddenly people know my name, suddenly people want to make me speak at different events and things like that. But it doesn't happen like that. There is months, sometimes years of preparation and hard work, not giving up. For example, I was making 100 calls a day at a time, and it's just getting through that list, making sure someone listens to you. And maybe 1% out of that might actually take you seriously, and maybe one person out of that 1% might take you seriously. And once you do get that break, you can then propel yourself to the next level. But it is a numbers game. You have to keep going. Don't make one call and then go, they said no, and then give up. If you do that, there's going to be someone else that's going to take your place.
So what do you feel like are the pitfalls of being a young, successful business owner?
The pitfalls of being a young business owner is I have to find the yes gene team. That's really, really important to me. However, it's difficult. I find that authority, being a woman, can be very difficult. Coming from banking, I had a little bit more experience because it was a very male-dominated sector. But in my business itself, I've had a lot of issues. For example, with male employees who are older than me and do not want me to be their boss. And I have to find ways in which to motivate them and show them if they work as part of a team, everyone will benefit.
What advice would you give to young people about starting up a business?
Young people starting up a business, I only had me and Matthew, so it was 2 employees when we first started. It was really difficult because we had to wear all the hats in the business. I had a background in finance, so luckily that helped me. If you don't, as an entrepreneur, have a background in finance, I really recommend you find someone who has that sort of expertise. You need to find people in your business that are going to take your business to the next level. So you need someone in marketing, you need someone in sales. You also need someone to manage those people. And obviously at the beginning it is very difficult. And you might not have the money to actually employ all of these people. So if you don't, start laying out a list. What I did was I laid out a list and I said, okay, these are the things I'm good at. These are the things I'm really bad at, which included things like writing, press releases and things like that. So I needed to find someone who could then do those things, which is where Matt came into play, because my grammar was horrific. But having someone that had the expertise in that really helped. Then comes when you need to scale up your business, which is the next stage, which is where we had to take on new warehousing. So, for example, Tesco's. Having one little warehouse that wasn't BRC standard or anything like that, couldn't supply. So as it grew, we needed to expand, and you need to look around for this infrastructure. So look around for how you're going to do this before you get there, because otherwise if you grow too fast, your product is going to fall, basically.
And do you think London itself could do more to help?
London itself, I think that there's not enough advertisements going on for entrepreneurs. So it is a buzzword, but trying to find these networking groups to be part of, it's very, very difficult. Because once you're in the networking group, you can get so much information from other entrepreneurs, and it's a great support network. It's your top 33% that get you to push yourself to the next level. But trying to find these places, sometimes you can spend hours researching on the internet and still not find it. So if London actually advertises more, it might be a lot more beneficial.
Has a group helped your company, a specific group at all?
Yes, so there's lots of different government bodies. For example, UKTI, they're fantastic. They really helped us. What happens with them is if you have a product or a service, they will help you find exporting markets and help you actually get into these markets by doing extensive research. For example, we wanted to get into places like Scandinavia, so we have an ITA advisor where they come into the office and they show us how to get into the market, what the legislation is, how to label the product, and how to actually contact the distributors themselves. So if you keep at it and you keep your drive there, you get up every day, you do not hit that snooze button in the morning, then you will get somewhere. You will be taking that next step forward.
That's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.